Hello everybody, and welcome back into Mama Angel's kitchen. Tonight I'm going to show you guys how I make oxtails from beginning to end. Well, not the full beginning. These oxtails have already been cleaned, trimmed. What little fat was on them, they were well trimmed already. So beautiful. I got about 5 pounds of oxtails here. So I'm going to get them marinated tonight. I'm going to show you how to do that. And then tomorrow, after church, I'm going to come in and then we're going to cook these up. And I'm going to show you the complete meal that I make with these. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here. I've got, of course, the oxtails here. I have a seasoned blend. Let's see if you can see that. There we go. This seasoned blend is, and I'll make sure I put it in the description below, but we've got some sazon. This is beef bouillon, a little bit of chicken bouillon, some onion powder, garlic powder, some coarse black pepper, some pink Himalayan salt, and paprika. That's all I have right there. Let's go ahead and mix these up together. I should have brought out my little whisk, but that's okay. My little finger is going to do the job for us here. Go ahead and mix this up. And I'm going to go ahead and, oh, and I forgot, y'all, I have some sofrito that I'm going to add in there also. Okay. I'm going to put the seasoning in there first. And let's go ahead and put all of that in there. Yep, I don't need to hold any of that back. I'll let's stop for a minute. Let's see how that is. Just grabbing a spoon so I can add some sofrito. Let me go ahead and mix this up. All right, guys, it is Saturday evening. Not too late in the evening. It's about 4:30. So this is gonna sit and marinate until, close to this time tomorrow. Not exactly this late, but close. Let's go ahead and add the rest of that. Because what I don't want to do is skimp on the flavor. Not one bit. All about the flavor. All right, got that good and mixed up here. Let's go ahead and put a couple of tablespoons of our sofrito in there. And, this is a traditional, well, I add a couple of things to it, but it's a traditional Puerto Rican sofrito. So I got a couple of good tablespoons there. Let's go ahead and mix that up. Make sure that gets all in there. All right. Yep, I'm just reaching down to the bottom, making sure everybody gets a little love. Every bit of it gets a little love. All right, so I'm going to go with a total of about 3 of these. It's it's a nice big spoon. Just, all right, that's it. Then I've got this bowl full of, this is onions, red pepper, red bell pepper, green bell pepper, celery, and there's little chops of carrots in there. Like I said, I'll have all this in the description below as well. But that's probably a cup and a half, maybe 2 cups for this amount that I have here. Okay. Ooh, that smells good, y'all. My goodness, it smells good. All right, that's it. I'm just gonna, and my garlic, I didn't cut it up teeny tiny. Okay. I kept it in, slithers like that. Just because, you know, this is all gonna get cooked together. Everything is gonna cook for so long it'll disappear, but you'll see tomorrow what I'm talking about. All right? All right, guys, we'll go ahead and put a cover over this. This is gonna go in the refrigerator until, oh, I'm sorry. My hands are dirty and I forgot to open this up. But I am gonna put some capers down in here. You have it facing you? There you go. I'm gonna put some capers in here. So probably about a teaspoon of capers, not a whole lot, and then a little bit of the juice with it, okay? All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. All right, good afternoon, everybody. Here we are back, and it is Sunday afternoon, and it is just about 4 o'clock, so these babies have marinated for a good 24 hours, and boy, do they smell good. Boy, they smell good. Let me get you a close-up of one of these here. One of the small ones. Look at that. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to sear these off. I've got my cast iron skillet heating up over here. So we're going to sear them in the cast iron skillet. Then I'm going to transfer them to my Dutch oven. And I don't think my Dutch oven is big enough for all of this. So I'm probably going to have to rethink that. But that's where I'm going to start. All right. All right, we got this cast iron fired up, and I got just a little bit of vegetable oil on the bottom, just enough to sear off these oxtails. And I'm going to start with some of these big ones first, and try to clean off as much of the vegetables that you can. Don't really want the vegetables in here, but save them, because you will be using them. Right here. Oh, these are beautiful. I'm excited about this meal. That's going to take a little time to get done, but that's okay. I got patience. Patience in this kitchen. That's some good food. All right, let me finish filling this up and get these seared off, and I'll come back and show you. All right, let's take a look and see how we're doing here. Some of these got a really nice sear on them. You know, something like that. That's what you're looking for. You want a really nice sear like that on them. Now, it takes some patience to get them there. That was beautiful. And you want to do that all the way around. But, you know, this is good enough for me right now, because these babies got to cook for a long time. And it's late. So, I'm going to go ahead and pull these out and do another batch. And then I'll come back and I'll show you where we go from there. All right, here we go. Let me turn this fan off so you can hear me a little bit better. We did have to move from the Dutch oven to my big pan over here. But I just want to show you what I'm going to do here. I've got some beef broth. And I'm going to use to deglaze this skillet, because I'm not leaving all my goodies down in there. That's all flavor right there. And I want that flavor. So we're going to go ahead and clean our skillet and deglaze it and pull up all of that fond off the bottom there. Okay. And once we got that done, I'm just going to pour this over in the pot, and you're probably going to miss me doing that because I just don't think I have the room for you to actually see over there. Let's see. There's the pot. All right. I'm just going to take this and pour it right over those babies, just like that. All right. I'm going to clean my skillet here in a bit. Let's bring these over. Yeah. Gotta look down in there. Aren't those beautiful? My goodness. All right. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take all of those veggies and we gotta dump them right in there. Every bit of them. All the veggies, all the juice. Right down in there. All right, and then I've got some chicken broth that we're going to go ahead and add to it. And this is some homemade chicken broth that I had made. It's got, oh my goodness, it's beautiful. It's got all that gelatinous with it. Oh, that's what you want. That's what you want one of your homemade broths to look like. Man, oh man. Deep, rich flavor. All right. That's it. I'm going to let this go. I think I might want a little bit more broth than that. So I'm going to put a little bit more beef broth. So let me get some more beef broth and we'll add some more because we do want to cover this. All right. Let's pour a little bit more beef broth. There we go. Let's see. Give that a good stir. Yep, let's go ahead and put it in there. All right. Now, there'll be a look-see down in here. You see, I've got it just over the meat. Okay? I'm going to bring this to a boil. And then I'm going to turn it down to medium-low. And just let it simmer for hours, guys, okay? I'm going to let it go for 1 hour before I even look at it. And then I'll come back at the hour mark and we will just turn the fire up to high. Come back at the hour mark and we'll take a look at it and see how we're looking. I'm not even going to try and season this anymore until it's just about done. And then I'll taste it because there is tons of flavor in here, okay? Tons. All right, guys, see you in about an hour. All right, let's see how we doing here. The alarm just went off, so it's been an hour. Let's take our top off and, oh yeah, just boiling away there. Let's see. Oh yeah, they're beautiful. Just beautiful. Let me give you a little bit of a peek. Oh, it smells so good. A little bit of a peek right on down in there. There we go. So we got quite a bit of oil on the top. I'm going to see if I can't skim some of that off. But we can tell we're nowhere near the tenderness that we wanted at. So let me see here. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can't, spend some time here and skim as much of this fat off as I can. Once I do that, then I'll come back and we'll give it a taste and see if we need to add any more seasoning. All right, this is how much oil I was able to skim off, and this is oil. So, it's quite a bit of oil, so I'm glad I was able to, really get that pulled off. And you just want to skim until you can't skim without pulling up seasoning. And then you can go ahead and stop at that point. But, any oil taken off is a bonus. All right, let's see if we can't give this a taste. Can't get some. There's still quite a bit of oil. I may skim a little bit more. We can't get some of this juice. Yeah. I don't really want the veggies. I just want to taste the juice. There we go. Look at that. Where are you? Where are you? There you go. Look at that. That is some beautiful, rich broth. I'm going to try and taste it without burning my mouth. It's good. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. I may not need any more flavoring at all. I will wait to flavor it until after our next hour. So I'm going to put the timer on for another hour, and then I'll be back. All right, we're at our 2-hour mark. Let's see what we're looking like here. I did go back in and skim off another of those small bowls of the oil, and so I'm happy with the amount of oil that we're working with now. I'm very happy with this. And so we're getting there. We definitely are going to go another hour. So that'll be 3 hours, but you can tell it's starting to get tender. You know, I'm just kind of poking it with the spoon right now, and it's giving a little bit, but we're nowhere near where we want to be. I've tasted it. I like the flavor. I am going to go in, though, with, this is a pack of onion soup mix. I'm just going to go in with half of the packet. That's going to do is help thicken the gravy a little bit. And it's also, of course, going to give it a little bit of that umami flavor. And I'm just shaking it up to mix everything up, since I'm not dumping everything. I want, you know, not just the onion. I should have shaken it up. You know, there's bits of onion, of course, dried onion. I want that, but I also want that powder that's in there. So I want a good mixture of both there. And I'm going to stop right there. That's about half of the packet. Go ahead and stir that in. All right, and then I'm going to set the timer for an hour again. And I'll be back. All right, everybody, here we go. Look at this. It took 3 hours to make this amazing meal. And yes, I've just got a small little bowl of it, because there is no way at 8 o'clock at night I'm going to eat a full plate. But I am going to enjoy this. I'm going to enjoy a whole lot more of it tomorrow. All right, let's get in here and see just how tender. Look at that. These oxtails are just falling off the bone, y'all. Look at that. Come on. Come on. Yes, I got some black beans and yellow rice on the side there, but let's get in here to that star. Where are you? Gotta find the camera. There we go. There we go. Oh my goodness, you see that? Do you see that? Now it's hot, so I'm going to try not to burn my mouth. Perfect. Perfect, guys. My goodness. I hope you guys will give this a try. Do exactly like I did. I mean, this is perfect. Man, it's so good. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. I am coming back as much as I can. Okay? I am going to start creating more and more content for you guys, because I really do love it every time I get in there and do it. All right. You guys have a blessed night. I hope your week next week is a great, fantastic week. Remember, always stay prayed up, guys. And I'll see you real soon in my next video. Good night.